Blessed new week, guys. Today is Sunday, and I'm gonna be doing the usual thing, which is breaking down Bitcoin, gold, and Ethereum for you guys. Last week, we saw how markets crashed in a crazy manner. Bitcoin fell from about 107K to as low as 93K. Ethereum fell from about 3.6K to 3K. And we saw gold after rebounding to the resistance level of 4.2K, falling by over 2,000 pips. So a lot has actually been happening in the markets. And also, we know that US shutdown has been put to an end and the government has officially reopened. So we expect more of volatility this week and next week and for the rest of this November before we enter the season period, which is Christmas, and markets will now become a kind of dull. So I'm gonna take you guys to my screen and we are gonna do one or two things. I'm gonna do top-down analysis for you guys on gold, on Bitcoin, and then on Ethereum. I'm gonna go first to gold. Then when we are done analyzing gold, then we are gonna go to Bitcoin. When we are done analyzing Bitcoin, then we are gonna go to Ethereum and use it and end the video. And if this video is long, I may have to post the pays differently. That is, I'll post the analysis for Bitcoin different, I'll post the analysis for Ethereum different, and then I'll post the analysis for gold different. With this video, you will be able to at least know what you are going to be expecting for the rest of this week, possible levels where you're going to be looking for buys, and then possible levels where you're going to be looking for sells, and then what should be your overall sentiment when it comes to each of these pays, that is gold, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. So guys, let's go over to the screen, then let's see what the markets have for us. So here we have our Bitcoin. We actually killed anyway. I don't need to be talking about my results. My result is out there. If you go to my X, you will see my trading results. I don't just post the results, I post the trade and I post the results. So let's look at what is currently happening on Bitcoin. So if you look at Bitcoin currently, you will see that Bitcoin is still bearish. No matter what they say, no matter how people try to hype Bitcoin on X, it can never change my bias on what I am seeing. I always analyze market based on what I am seeing, not based on what people are saying. Yes, especially on X, because if you keep listening to what people are saying on X, you will always be misled. X claims to be somewhere that truths are told, but it's only lies and clouds that are being chased there. Very, very annoying. And it is all these rich white men that are doing that, misleading retail traders and dumping their backs on them. So now, take a look at BTC. BTC currently has been forming, BTC from this high has been forming a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and last week recently formed another lower low. Now, first of all, aside the fact that Bitcoin is forming lower lows and lower high, if you pay close attention, you will see that buyers are not even serious. Yes, buyers are not serious. Where you will know that buyers are not serious is when we start dropping to lower time frame. That is where you understand that buyers are not serious. So let's go to 4 hours time frame. This is 4 hours time frame. Now, on this 4 hours time frame, if you look closely, on this 4 hours time frame, you will see that after the massive dump that we had, price is currently just consolidating right here. It's just consolidating, and this consolidation is not just a coincidence. And I would say that it's not just a coincidence because if you look on my daily time frame, let's start from there. All this while that Bitcoin has been dropping, it has actually been range dropping. You can see from here to here to here to here to here to here. So it has been dropping gradually. But then the drop has actually been forming a kind of wedge. It formed a shoulder, head, shoulder, but still it is a wedge overall. Now, looking at this wedge, unfortunately for us, this wedge, which still looks like a bullish flag, very deceitful. At the end of the day, it didn't break to the upside, right? So it's one thing we need to take note of. This wedge didn't break to the upside, rather it has broken out to the downside, right? It has broken out to the downside, and we shouldn't ignore that. Now, the fact that it has broken down to the downside is not just what you should take note of. It's broke down to the downside and it did not bounce back immediately. Now, what you need to know is most of when the market is ranging within a particular level, if it breaks out and the breakout was a fake out, it always bounce back immediately. But here we can see that since the market broke outside of this range, it has not returned there. Throughout yesterday, it's never returned back there. Throughout today already, this already afternoon, it has not returned back. In fact, it is still trying to continue selling. So what is it telling us? The price has gone out of this range and is already trading below the range. And for now, in as much as I'm concerned, Bitcoin has created a new resistance. And the new resistance it has created is right here. Bitcoin has created a new resistance right here. Now, because of the new resistance we have right there, this is what I am going to be expecting on Bitcoin. So, first of all, we have a range, and this is our range. This is our range. That is the range we have that is currently forming now, is this. So, all I can say is that we will be watching this range closely. And the moment we are able to close outside of this range, if any candle closes outside of this range, then we are going to be expecting another drop and even another lower low. But meanwhile, let's go down to the 1 hour time frame and see what is happening there. Okay, so this is our 1 hour time frame, and you can clearly see the range that I marked out. So we are going to, work on the range a bit more again based on what we are currently seeing. So the range extended to this place. So this is where the market is currently trading. It's currently trading within this range, up and down, up and down, up and down. And for me, here is a no trade zone. All we have to do is to be watching the range closely. The moment we have a candle close below this range, then we will find a sell. And meanwhile, if we don't get a candle close this range, if we get a candle trying to break above this range, it's not going to induce me into buy. Instead, I'm going to pay close attention to know whether they are just trying to sweep, to induce some buy and sweep some liquidities. I'm gonna watch closely. So if we don't break back inside that overall range that is showing on 4 hours and then on daily time frame, if we don't break back inside, then I am not gonna be looking for a buy. It's only when we break back inside that I will be looking for a buy this way. But if we don't break back inside, then I will be looking for a sell. The moment we get into this place or here and I see price rejecting it, if I see a consolidation, all I will just do is that I will take note of the consolidation by just marking it this way and I'll watch it closely. Once I see price break out to the downside, retest and they try to create another lower low, I will take a sell because I know that all these are going to be messed up with. So this is me analyzing price, analyzing Bitcoin on what is happening currently and how you can make a trading decision from there. So let's go to maybe 15 minutes time frame and see what we have there. If you go to 15 minutes time frame, you see that it's all like I said, it is a no trade range. It is a no trade zone. It doesn't make sense for me, you as a trader, trying to chase the market up and down here. The market is just wasting time. So just relax and wait for the market to act. The moment it acts, you enter the market because what you need to trade is liquidity. And for now, there is no liquidity inside this market. Now, let's also go again to the higher time frame and look at the market again. That is overall view of Bitcoin. Me, I know send whatever anybody is saying is going on with Bitcoin. I will just be analyzing based on what I am saying on my own charts. So currently, Bitcoin has created a low here, right? It has created a low, and we shouldn't underrate it. So Bitcoin has created a low on this weekly time frame, right? Let's continue here and stop. So I was talking about this particular level where price currently took out. So if you look closely, you see that the market currently is trading below this support, this swing low. And having the trading here, you need to understand one thing, that from here down to here, this price doesn't have a problem. It doesn't have a problem. It has not even tapped in at all. So in as much as it has not tapped in at all, for me, I would say that 90K is a good price level in Bitcoin. And it's definitely the 90. It's sitting there. So stop saying that the golden is yet to start. Even if it is yet to start, I assure you that this time is going to be 90K, which is currently this level that's in that. Now let's also go to the daily time frame so that we will see this well. Let's go to the daily time frame. So this is our daily time frame. Now on this our daily time frame, the low that I marked out is right here. That is the low that the price able to pass. You can see that this was the support and this was the support here. That already came here before and rejected it, but now had the thought of the mind to take it out. Now, having taken it out, is currently trading at this particular level here, which is equally the support, some sort of support. There are some sort of support. Then you need to watch it closely. So it still goes down to what I already said. Market is currently ranging here on a 1 hour time frame and 15 minutes and 30 minutes time frame. So all you just need to do is to be watching that range closely. Now, one thing you need to understand is that when market is ranging, creating this kind of range, let me go to one of my show you guys again. When market is creating this kind of range, and it is creating it right after a dawn. It's creating it right after a dawn. And right at the support level. It certainly is in position. You just know that there is high tendency that from this level again, the price is going to go further. So we're going to be looking out to buy, to sell Bitcoin. The moment we see the price break out of that range on the 1 hour time frame or 30 minutes or 15 minutes time frame, that is this range. That is our interest now. We're going to be monitoring the range. And once you see the price break out to the downside, we are going to be selling. And if we see price break to the upside, we are still not going to be buying it. You can only buy Bitcoin again if the price bounces up back inside here. The moment you get it to the bounce inside here, you still need to wait for it to retest here and start creating more buying needs. That is really bad. Because it could bounce inside and then bounce back with this number, which means that just increase price and then sweep all of them out. If it's gonna sweep all of them out, then that means it's gonna jump crazy. So I won't just be buying Bitcoin because people are saying buying. You might get to finish seeing. So we are gonna be looking for sell opportunity on Bitcoin. And meanwhile, the moment you see a break to the downside, then you're gonna be selling Bitcoin from here and as low as this next step. That is the level I'm talking about, is this particular range here. That is where we're gonna stop. We're gonna be selling to this particular level, because that is where we have another demand soon. So by then we know where our support should be. But definitely our support is going to just be slightly above the recent high associated. We don't know yet how many pips it's going to be, because by then we are gonna know and we know where we are heading. But my trade is always 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, never more than 1 to 3. Yeah, though most of the time when I see that the market is like that, I move my second position. Why? That this time, many is not possible for me, because I'm always the partial profits. Partial profits is more important than full profits. So this is where we're gonna be expecting to take profits. Yeah, this is where we're gonna be expecting to take profits. Though, in my own opinion, if Bitcoin happens to run down to its 5K, then it will be so easy for Bitcoin to drop further to within 80K to 78K jump, where we actually had recent low on highest high that's displayed on this one. So this is my analysis on Bitcoin. So if we are not able to rebound back from this place inside this our range, that is this particular range here, it's like here, you're not able to rebound back, then drop and then rebound again. That is in fact dropping outside of this our range again. Then I'm not buying it. It's only when we rebound back, the test and continue moving on, then I'll find the value this one. But if we don't rebound, I will keep selling this one. So that is me analyzing what I will see. And if we rebound, definitely our buy is gonna be somewhere here. And we're gonna target either here or possibly, because I know that this point gonna be buying, then it's gonna want to everything was take out this particular sweep some BS, some disclosures are really short, what 160 million, 560 million. We want to get them out. So our surplus of equity will be somewhere around there, or somewhere just somewhere around there, depending on the price that you have there. And they just target this particular level. You see that what we have there is over 1 to 3 on the other side. It is still a detail. But remember, this part is really possible. If we rebound back, the test and don't drop lower, but what's continue going up, then we find our buy. Because outside it, we are only going to be looking for the sell. In as much as the price is trading below this zone, we're going to be looking for sell. And don't send any level there and that's level there. We have created a low, we have created a low. And there is high tendency that Bitcoin will be going to visit major percent low, which is actually here. Then from here, it should be left for Bitcoin to know whether it's going to wait the bottom here and pick up again, or it is going to decide to destroy Bitcoin. That's like what we do, that is destroying Bitcoin. So this is my analysis on this one. So next, as we're going to be going to is the which is my final analysis.